Hello and welcome. My name is Marc Blatstein, the physician founder of Physician Presentence Report Service. You can see here my website, and I have it up because I've highlighted resources, and we're going to discuss how to send money and how about keeping too much money in your TrueLinks or commissary account. So I've already opened this page up, and we're going to come over here to sending money into prisons. It could be state or federal, but there's a caveat here, is that the not the Bureau of Prisons, but the Department of Justice has recently, as the end of 2023, shown an interest in garnishing 75% of the funds that you have in your account. This is not anything that the Federal Bureau of Prisons is interested in having done to them because they mark up everything that they sell to you. In other words, everything at the commissary, telephone minutes, email minutes, stamps, maybe not stamps, but everything else they mark up significantly because it helps them pay the overhead of the institution or federal institution that you're in. And so where this becomes important is that if you have a financial penalty or restitution order from your court, when you go to prison, you really need to offer to participate in the financial responsibility program. And that's because that when you have your conversation there with your case managers and you refuse to participate, they can restrict what you can buy at commissary. They can restrict your access to earning good time and earn time credit through the First Step Act, which means that it extends your time in prison as opposed to allowing you to work to return home earlier. And so none of these are good things. And then the penalties just escalate from there. So you want to prepare to make that offer. And so this came about because there were those who were incarcerated that had $100,000 in account. And again, it was either 0.1% or 0.01%. I don't recall. Or they had tens of thousands of dollars in their accounts, but they weren't paying restitution. And so the Department of Justice and the victims that they had out there were getting upset. So if you think that one, you're going to have restitution or a financial order ordering you have a financial penalty, if you will, with the court, if you're taking in a couple $1,000s a month, offer to pay your case managers or participate in the plan by offering $200, $300 a month. If in fact you are only taking in $300 to $500 a month, possibly they would let you get away with paying $25 a quarter. Either way, you must pay something. So now I'm going to get into how we send money. You'll see here that you can go to this is that part of the website that I showed you earlier, and I go through different categories, either before sentencing, before the pre-sentence interview, before the sentencing hearing, and then while you're in prison. And this is in the category while you're in prison. And so how are we sending money? Well, we're going to be sending money three ways. The first way is through MoneyGram. And so there's a link here, and I'm going to click on these to where you go. And clicking on it, and we'll see if it opens up. There it goes. And so this will open up to MoneyGram just to kind of give you a general feel for where you are. And it's going to require the name of a biller or receive code. So let's continue. So to send money, we're going to go through it in a moment, what is about the funds that are deposited into your commissary account. But this allows you to use email system to make phone calls, to buy underwear, toothpaste, toothbrush, socks, sneakers, to make your life a little bit more bearable, a watch, because you're going to need all of that while you're incarcerated. And you need to be aware that this is what it's going to be used for, but you're going to need the information on the person who's incarcerated or in prison. That would be their first name, last name, their inmate number, and where they are. And we were going to go through that now. And so about commissary accounts, this goes into in 1930, Department of Justice right authorized the establish the commissary for each federal institution. And you can go and read that on your own. How to find an inmate. Okay, here's how you do it. On my list right here, or on this form, we're going to open this. And you're going to see it takes you to the Find an Inmate website and the department and the Federal Bureau of Prisons. And you need to put in their name, middle name, last name, race, age, sex, or they'll have a spot here also. You could do it by number and put in their number. And you need that so that you can get the money to them. Once you've gone through that step, what you're going to need, I just reviewed with you the inmate's 8-digit number. Let's make this larger. Okay. You're going to need their 8-digit register number with no spaces or dashes. And account a big number with no space or dash, followed me by inmate's last name, the first 3 letters of the last name. Or I would type out the entire last name. My name would be Blatstein. This person's name is John Doe. Then the company name is the Federal Bureau of Prisons. State is Washington, D.C. There's going to be a receive code that MoneyGram is going to automatically fill in for you. And then inmate's full committed name. Finding where you're sending the money is you begin to type here, Federal Bureau of Prisons, and you'll see it comes up with that code. And there you go. You already have that. And now when first time you log on, you're going to have to set up your account. So you're going to need to register your information so they can verify your identity, search the biller category, company name, and the amount you wish to pay, on a monthly basis. You could do this from a credit or debit card, as well as from your own bank account. Or you can choose to go through the United States Postal System, snail mail. And this will open up a screen where you'll see United States Post Office mail. You're going to need, explains commissary funds. Also, you're going to need to locate the inmate, the same screen where you're going to go ahead and find whether it's going to be first name, last name, race, age, sex, or you have their number. Then there are things that are going to be very critical. This is the address where you have to insert the person's committed name and their 8-digit registration number. This is the address. You need to have your return address here and a stamp in the upper right-hand corner. Anything less than that will get returned to you. Going further, only send money orders. No personal checks, no cash, nothing else. Get a money order and full committed name and complete 8-digit registration number. A register number should be on that, on the both on the money order as well as the envelope. No checks, no cash, nothing else. Pretty straightforward. If in fact you have a problem, you can come here and look, and you can see where the funds received, why were they returned. There's a phone number here for the Bureau of Prisons between 8 and 4:30 Eastern Standard Time for you to call should you have a problem. The third way is going to be Western Union. For frequently asked questions, we're going to go here. And it goes through different there we go. So it goes through different questions. And you can basically open these up and close them, but it gives you more information. Now you have to fill in Federal Bureau of Prisons, the selected amount, the inmate's first name, middle name, last name, and their register number, and the amount of money. Again, it is the inmate's their account number is going to be the 8-digit registration number with no spaces, followed by the inmate's last name. And this would be John Doe. And so Doe is what we see here. Attention line, you're going to fill in inmate's full committed name, and the code in city is always FBOP, DC, DC. Finding the inmate, same. If you're not sure, you just go through and click on that. The link, it'll take you to this particular website, and you can either go by number or by name. And again, I've included this explaining commissary counts. We've already reviewed where the inmate is located or your loved one is located, as well as details. Any problems with Western Union? You can call them over the phone. Online, you can also go here and find them. If you're going to go in person, that's different. When sending money, if you have any questions, troubleshooting your problems, you can call BOP staff. Any questions regarding when Western Union transfer should be directed to Western Union or here. And the Western Union, we've already provided the link for you. I hope you found this helpful. This has been a very quick YouTube video, and I hope all of you have a safe day. And I appreciate you taking the time to join me listening to my YouTubes. Have a good day and stay safe.